On time too this time.
I know. Look at me. Oops, I snorted.
Hey everyone in the chat. Hey Kamikaze. Hey Stoner. Hey First. We started first. Put my Rumble chat just in case. Okay. Anyways, hey. This is our 32nd one of these. Did you see that?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we were doing them like in the summer. Hey Randy.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that the one day because we're going back to the Great Wolf Lodge for Grayson's birthday, and yeah, we were doing that last year. It was only a couple episodes in when we went, but it's like, wow, that's crazy.
And we've had to skip a lot because everything's on fucking Thursdays now. Next week for sure I can't do Thursday. I have to do my county affiliate meeting where they might want me to be chair of my county too.
I feel like all government stuff is on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's how my town is too. It's like Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think it's Tuesday council meetings, and then Thursdays the school board meetings.
Right.
I don't know why they can't do other days. Fucking
I
government.
know. It's like every day, the more involved I've got, every day gets fucking taken up. And I like this month, I kind of wanted to I took a little bit of a break this month, but hey, Chris. It's still fucking, and next month's going to be crazy busy because we have our conventions on the 1st and 2nd. Hey, Amit. But
I don't even know if we have a convention here. I have no idea.
I'm sure, I know Ohio's a mess. I'm sure they have and do, but it's just not organized enough out there.
Hex, get to work.
It's not Misa's run. You all need to be Misa's and then start actually doing shit. I know. And that's why I feel like with the city council position, I'm like, because I don't work that much. Like, I don't have, like, I really feel I don't have an excuse, like I don't have a fucking excuse. So I don't know. We were trying to just decide if we should just run one dude and focus on him.
Hang on. We had a crash.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Adam's home.
Oh.
I thought Grayson was upstairs because he just took Scar to the, so I didn't think he was home to. So sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Can't let the boy king crash.
Like so crash. What?
You and the other guy that is gonna run, would you be on the same city council if you both ran?
Yeah, so it would be like, and I think there's 4 districts, so it would be 2 out of 4 would be would be libertarian. Misa's libertarian. So
that would be pretty big. I would love to know that we had 2 libertarians on our city council, but I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna bother him. It's hard to find time to do shit.
Yeah, and it is more work than you think it is.
Yeah, and that's the problem with government. I heard this saying once because one of the things I get upset about is my former councilman was very much like, you need to show up all the meetings and you need to do this and you need to do that. And it's just like, it's exhausting to keep up with everything that you guys do because you're doing too much. And it just reminded me of this guy that I heard say, if you have to show up to monthly meetings and constantly be reading and researching what your government's doing, then your government's doing too much. And that's what it takes to keep up with just a local government. Like, stuff happens and I'm like, how the fuck did this even happen? Like, they just approved for a builder to build another cluster area, like cluster homes. I was just like, oh my God.
First shot, you should. The other guy who's going to run, he used to actually help with the GOP a lot. He's a nice guy, but he's running he's a Mises libertarian. there's a lot of, it's so dumb. It's all stupid. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I've no
You
excuse.
should run first.
Yeah,
Councilman first.
Especially because first shot's a stay-at-home wife, basically, too. So, oh my god, him and Stoner were cracking me up just with the phone, trying to fucking start shit.
Oh my god, the best was I think it was first said, why don't you want Alice's friends to have friends, or what Alice's daughter to have friends, or whatever he said.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. that's Paul's goal.
Exactly. Well, hey, buddy. Yes, that's exactly it. I know. Okay, this is shallow too, and this is what I was like. So the other guy, he's a nice guy, but not like personable. So like, if we were doing stuff together, it'd probably help if I was there. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I get being hesitant, though. I mean, yeah, it's
But it would
work.
be so fun because like they've done some stupid shit where like they tried to make everyone have to use the same trash service and just shit like that. So it would be fun to be like, no. When anytime something like that comes across where the city's trying to force the citizens to do something, we'll just be like, no.
So wait, you used to be able to use your own trash service?
We still can now, but what they try to do, because in some cities they do this where there's only like one trash service. They tried to do that for our city. And like they were getting a sweetheart deal from the one trash service, obviously. Like they're getting, but then enough people complained because they were and this one council member's like, we had to go through all this information to come to it's fucking trash trucks, bro. Like, and they were trying to say that like, well, if they only had one company, it would be less wear and tear on the streets and, just stupid shit. And it was like not true, but you can opt out of the city service and use your own still. But they did that much, so they'll try. They're the kind of people that'll try and do that shit again. So if we got on,
I've always only just had one trash service.
What?
And I hate
it. City because it's different. There's a lot of cities that do it.
I hate it because our trash, it comes so fucking early in the morning, but then you're only allowed to put it on the curb after a certain time. But then you also have to worry about raccoons getting into your trash overnight. So sometimes Adam will miss trash in the morning because they come so fucking early. And I don't get it because when I worked at Burger King, which is in the center of town, our trash used to come at like 7 a.m. And we got a notice saying that our trash wasn't allowed to be picked up till after 8 a.m. because it is considered a residential area because there's 2 apartment complex within earshot. So you're not allowed to have that kind of noise. And I'm like, oh, but you, the city, can get here at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, it's
all bullshit.
I wish we could opt out of our fucking trash. I just burn most of it. Fuck you, AOC.
Yeah. Like burning would be good and incinerating. And they have incinerators now that like scrub the air. So the air comes out clean. Like we all should be fucking burnt. Like we burn all, I have to turn your speaker down. I can hear myself. I don't know. Like in the winter, we burn all our cardboard and paper and shit and it really cuts down on fucking trash. Like it's so stupid that people are so against burning it, but like you can do it in a more environmental, like fucking burn it anyways, who cares? Second of all, you can do it in like a better way nowadays. Like it's annoying.
Yeah, in the winter, everything, all our cardboard and stuff, I just throw it in the fire pit.
Yeah.
Now that fucker's huge, man. It's not going to stay that huge though, but still.
The first batch would be a rager.
And our Christmas trees in there, because that's what we do with our Christmas tree. We just drag it to the fire fire pit.
Use the ashes
Said that all wrong.
use the ashes for the ground and gardening and shit. Like it's just
Oh yeah, no shit. It's a good idea because you can do that. Yeah, it's supposed to be shitty here this week, and we want to go out back when it gets less muddy back there so that we can see exactly where we're going to put the garden.
I don't. You only have like fucking forever to pick. We're like a huge space to pick it.
Yeah, we our garden used to be right where our pool is, but we're gonna put it more towards the back, so it's not in the middle of everything. But yeah,
That's
I'm
what they
just
tried
gonna
here first shot too. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna like fucking wing it, just start planting shit.
Yeah.
I need to start doing some stuff inside. I'm just trying to find spots that I can put some stuff in, like to start like the seedlings and stuff. I just need to find a spot where it gets sun and the cats try and eat it.
Nice. Dude. Our stupid governor out here just, if anyone's on Twitter or shared it, he's like, by 2030, we're going to have no gas and it's going to be clean air. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
The funny thing is I have no problem with people using alternative energy. I don't care, but you can't force that shit on people.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah.
Penguin.
Yeah,
That's what the problem is. They want to force it. And then they're like, I'm like, you are making more waste to like, it takes more gas and energy to make everything they want to make for the clean energy. It's, I don't know.
yeah, and if like with electric cars, if everybody just bought an electric car tomorrow, what happens to all the other cars? Then you're just making more trash. Like,
Right.
I would think it's environmentally friendly to buy used cars.
Used cars
Anything.
and use your car till it fucking falls apart. And
That's usually what we do.
and like they put in electric charging stations by my grocery store. No one's ever fucking there. And all that energy and work to build those and those huge generators and like all the gas energy it took to make that, and no one's fucking using it. Like it's just
Our government put them in here. I wonder
like
how
all
often.
over.
I think they just put them at the Y and at the library.
Okay, at the public spaces.
Yeah. And the Y was the dumbest thing. Hardly anybody uses it. Everybody bitches about it because you can go to a rec center that's part of a different city and pay as a non-resident for cheaper than you can go to the fucking Y. But no, my local government was like, well, we're not gonna, build a rec center. We're gonna get a Y and it's gonna be so much better. It's like, yeah, I bet people love paying $600 a month for shit.
It's so
or whatever.
expensive.
It's crazy expensive. Yeah, most people just go other places.
Sorry, first shot. Hey Sam, what up? Oh yeah, Randy, I agree. We should all pool our thing. We should pool money, and then Mike can build us a reactor.
In case of beer.
Like you drive fast. I mean, I drive really fucking fast too, so it's all good.
Me too. I just be zooming around town, the windows down, head banging to Pantera. Oh my God, no way.
Sometimes I get a little crazy in the car, dance like a nutso.
I mean, I do that, but I'm the passenger.
Right. So you can dance even crazier if you want then.
Yeah, even when I did drive, because I did used to drive when I was younger, and I could never have the radio on or anything. And I don't know, I just never liked it. It just made me so uncomfortable. I thought
the radio being on?
No, just driving in general. And yeah, the radio being on, it was distracting to me. And I'm just like, I felt bad. I'm like, man, how many times I sit in the car with my mom and I'm just jamming out. But my mom didn't care. My mom, she drove like crazy. She was a bad woman. My dad used to,
Hey, Ma.
well, you know my driveway. So my mom would just come ripping into our driveway, and my dad would just be like this in the seat, making fun of her like he's just flying around because yeah, man. So many times when she would pull into the driveway, I would think, this is it. We're going to hit the garage this time. And we never did.
Oh, is Paul showing up? Paul, are you showing up now? Did I change you to the mod? We hadn't tried that yet.
Oh, yeah, because YouTube's so weird. We're going to put a fork in it tomorrow. St. Michael and Hex are going to come on.
Oh, nice.
That should be fun. I don't know. I might have to get tequila though, because that beer. And I think I still might be recovering from Friday.
Oh, girl. I've had a hell of. Okay, so I had last Sunday, Monday, I partied a little bit. Then Friday. And all week I was with my parents, not eating good, not sleeping good. Friday night we went crazy. Then I came here. Then my period started, and I had a little cold, and the time changed. Like everything was. Finally, I felt a little bit better today. So.
Yeah, I was. I mean, and we were up. I was up. That was late for me. I mean, yeah, I stay up late, but usually I'm not staying up late drinking. And
Yeah, that's where it goes bad.
yeah,
Good one
I
too.
was.
We read Secret Agent Man, but okay. So I wonder if stuff doesn't get blocked on my channel. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, and I make sure to put that it's for 18 and over. I'm gonna set up the stream after we get off tonight.
Exactly. It does. I always go as fast as I possibly can. Like, who are these people who like they'll have no one in front of them and they're going like the speed limit or slower? I'm like, nah, go fucking like, come on, efficiency, y'all. Don't be stupid. Just kidding. Oh, that's funny about Sam. Oh, Sam, I didn't go home today. I'll get your sticker tomorrow. Which everybody, I saw a couple patches and stickers left. FYI.
I'm holding off on buying things until I know if the government's gonna give us our money back or not.
Yeah.
That's so fucking nuts. And you know what? So, well, I'll explain it to everybody. So we filed our taxes like good law abiding citizens do. And everything was fine. We were supposed to get it deposited into our account, and then now the state of Ohio is saying that we didn't pay our taxes for like, I think it was 2017, 18, and 19 or something, and we did. So now they're holding our federal income tax and our state tax. So all the paperwork was faxed over, so we should know. But this isn't the first time they did this to us either. They did this a few years ago, and we would send in the stuff, and then they sent us a letter back like, nope, this isn't good enough. I'm like, it's the fucking proof. It's like what you fucking asked me for. But don't worry, everybody. They hired all those IRS agents to go after the super rich, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Adam and I are actually super duper rich. We just hide it really, really well.
You're laundering money really good.
Yeah. We're just rolling in the dough over here. But yeah, I was pissed. I was pissed.
But but the government never screws up and they do everything right. So what do you mean?
Yeah. When Adam called me about it, and he was really frustrated, and he was like trying to think of like what could have happened or whatever. And I'm just like, honey, it's like, you need to realize this is the government, and you have to realize the IQ of the people that are working there. I mean, hopefully it gets taken care of and it doesn't turn into such a big deal again.
You had an accountant, didn't you have an accountant?
Yeah, but we're going to get a different, she's just like an older lady that does taxes,
Yeah.
And But yeah, we're not getting that much back. I mean, still, it's money that we would like, you know. But
Your money.
yeah, we're gonna um Adam talked to his boss, and his boss is gonna talk to his accountant about having somebody that like does taxes more for like people like us, that they're pretty basic. We just want to make sure they're being done right. So, but she just offers no help, and Adam was like, "You want my kids to call you aunt and you can't even help me?" And it's such a, like, I pay you to do my taxes. You want my kids to call you auntie. And you're like, "Oh yeah, sorry about your luck."
Retarded.
It's aggravating. It's just really, really aggravating. But it's funny though, because all I wanted to do was just go buy a bunch of canned food and noodles with that, and just, yeah. And I just feel really old.
Old?
Yeah, because it's like not even anything fun
Oh,
that we're doing with it.
right.
Like, I just want canned good and noodles.
Prepper shit.
Yeah, I mean, not saying we haven't seen inflation here, because we have. And our chicken, it's $1 more than it was last year a pound, stuff like that. But most of the canned goods haven't gone up that much, so I want to get those while they're not like, yeah. You
Right.
never know how expensive this. So, and I just like to be prepared.
Well, yeah, we have fucking kids to feed and shit.
Yeah, and the government doesn't want to give us the money they stole from us back.
I saw people trying to make the argument that it's not theft because it's legal. It's like,
Then slavery was okay. That was, I mean, it was
it was
legal.
legal. It was legal.
Didn't it used to be legal to rape your wife too?
All sorts of shit. Everything was legal. Like, it's just stupid.
My roads. Yeah, it's just it's just frustrating. The government's just ruining my life. They really
They're like
are.
they're the biggest enemy. There are other people who could be my enemies and might be, but the government is my biggest fucking enemy,
Yeah, they're the ones keeping me
It's so
from.
easy to focus on them too. I don't get why people get so distracted. So it's like, it's so fucking easy to focus on the government. They are the ones who actually can fucking harm you and are allowed to.
Yeah. And people are focused on like just the craziest, weirdest shit. But yeah. And all the COVID stuff, it's just, I don't know. Like, the people that are all, "Oh, you should forgive." I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
What was that? I don't remember what show or movie, but they were like, "I don't think so. I don't think so."
It doesn't sound familiar.
It's not happening. Yeah, and I told you this before. I try so hard not to get mad about the stuff we weren't able to do before. But yeah, I'm just mad. It wasn't good for my kids. And even though they were already homeschooled, yeah, they couldn't do other stuff. They closed playgrounds. And even though like my kids have a big yard and they have a playground, it's crazy, but it's actually good for them to go to a playground with other children. And couldn't play sports. All sports were canceled. And then the the one place that we would take Scar to for sports, they didn't start up till later because they still wanted kids to wear masks. And they were like, "Well, we're not going to force kids to wear masks while they're playing sports." So
Right.
yeah, so I mean, those were important things for kids.
and they just fucking they took it, and they like thought, how did anyone think it was okay? Like,
Yeah.
you would be so stupid to be like, no, kids can't play at a playground. Like, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I had a hard time with people. The was it 20? Yeah, in November of 2020, I was like, fuck it, let's go to Great Wolf Lodge for a week. I was like, we haven't been anywhere. This is not good for the kids, so we'll just go there for the week. And we went there, and most people were pretty like cool. They're like, yeah, I mean, we're just wearing a mask because the state. You know what I mean? Like most people were cool, but then some of the people were so paranoid there, and I'm like, why are you even here then? If you are that worried about getting sick, why are you at a kids water park resort? Why
Yeah.
are you here? Like kids are gonna touch stuff. Kids, I mean, yeah. I mean, I saw a man with a mask on in the fucking wave pool.
Hate St. Michael, by the way, over in Rumble. Yeah, it's
And
just
it's weird.
I didn't even because they like had opened restaurants up in the summer 2020, but you had to wear a mask to sit down and all that shit. So I didn't want to go out. I didn't go out. I was people would invite
Yeah,
me who were all in on this shit, and I'm like, I thought you're scared. You're going out? What are you fucking doing? If you're so scared, and then the whole stupid shit of wearing a mask to sit down, like I got it was sad. The last thing I had a text spat with one of my friends before he killed himself was about that. Like he, it was later. He killed himself
I'm
way later, but
sorry. I shouldn't be laughing, but
I said it silly. But like he was like, "Are you coming out tonight? Are you coming out?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to come out. I don't like the whole mask thing." Like I just said, like I don't like the mask shit. And he was like, "Oh, it sounds like you got yelled at for not wearing a mask." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then I'm like, "No, I don't want to wear the fucking like." And we had a fight, and then we never really talked again ever. So it was just stupid though. Like why people were, and I know like they're not talking now because they know they looked foolish, but they went all in. It's like
yeah,
when a woman goes fucking nuts with their husband or whatever, like they kind of just go all in sometimes, or whatever way. But when people fight, like, and they go to that level where they are like, you're all in, you can't back out, and I feel like they're all like that, It just drives me nuts.
so I really love that candle thing
Michael
behind
goes,
you.
before he killed himself, she chuckled. Sorry, go on.
I was just saying I love that candle thing behind your head.
Yeah, I'm at my sister's house. It's a light. It's lights actually.
Oh, it's a light?
Yeah, I'll
Now I
turn.
like it even better.
They're
Oh,
nice.
yeah, I've got to get one of those.
She found
How
it
much?
on. She found it used. She redid her whole kitchen and found almost everything used. It's crazy.
It's a good way to go. I've looked at stuff, and I mean, some stuff it's so expensive and it's not even made that great. So, yeah. Like
Yeah.
we're going to need a new headboard and stuff because we're going to get a king size bed. And we're just going to go to this secondhand furniture store we have out here that it's pretty big. Um but I'm like, we'll find probably a nicer bed that's more solid. I just socially
Because he
distanced.
works at a school district, so yeah, I bet they had to do all sorts of stupid fucking shit.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean the the kids eating outside in wintertime. Kids, yeah. Oh my god.
They
It's,
wanted to make everyone more sick. They really did, and they like did.
yeah, kids need to get into germs. I hate to tell you this. My kids have gotten colds and stuff, but Scar didn't have antibiotics till she was like 10 the first time she had antibiotics. And then Grayson got that ear infection what was it? Last year, I think it was. He got an ear infection because I let my kids swim, which makes me an evil mom too.
It happens.
I know that's what Paul's gonna yell at me for that next. He's gonna be like, "How dare you take your kids to the water park and they're swimming in pee?"
Dude, why didn't you put ear blocks in their ears or stuff? You're funny. See,
Yeah, there's people that like.
That's how a family works. You can have little spats and then you joke about it later. That's what.
Paul probably like make them swim in that piss water. It'll toughen them up.
It's true.
Yeah, it's crazy to me how many. I didn't know how many women that I knew in my life on Facebook that were just the most boring of moms. I'm just like, your kids are gonna fucking hate you when they grow up. Yeah, I mean, they like this one girl.
Daniel, St. Michael says he agrees with you, by the way. St. Michael, why are you watching YouTube? Well, whatever. Oh, and Paul says, what? I am human. He pees in pools too. I pee in the lake. Oh, I pee in lakes and the ocean all day long. But
my kids won't. And I know that sounds like
he does. He's the worst. You are the fucking worst. I love you. Terrible. Terrible.
Stop that fighting. Be nice to each other.
Let's worry about pool or maybe.
I think my cat just showed me her ass. Like, don't tell me what to do. I'll show you my ass. Kids' cell phones and water parks. Yeah,
Daniel, St. Michael's over on the Rumble chat. Oh, Paul, okay, I'm doing back and forth. A-dubs, Paul says, pool's closed. Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm always like,
don't drink water. It's pee. It's fish pee in the water. Don't drink it.
Now when we go to the water park this year, I'm just going to be like, I'm swimming in pee. I'm just swimming in all the pee.
It happens.
Yeah.
I haven't been Jessica in a while. Jessica's been busy. They have a foreign exchange student that keeps them busy. Busy. Was that a real question, Chris? I got pushed into the lake and I had to fucking swim. That's when I learned to swim.
Were you one of those kids who didn't want to swim, so your parent was just like...
No, I had been trying to learn, and then it was in Wisconsin at the Bible camp, and it was always so funny to push people in, and like I was almost there. I wasn't quite there yet, and then I got pushed in, and I was like, this is it. And someone would grab me anyways, right? But I was like, oh my God. So that's where I learned swimming in a lake at Bible camp. That's where I learned to swim. Where did you learn to swim out?
I learned at hotel pools with my mom. My dad hated the water, but he also said he regretted it, not learning to swim when he was a kid. So he wanted us to know how to swim. My sister almost drowned in front of him too, and I think that kind of, But yeah, my mom, when we would go on vacation, she would take me in the pool. Like I remember my mom holding me like this, teaching me, kick, and I'm still not that great of a swimmer though. I mean, I'm good, but I wouldn't push me off of a boat in a lake or anything like that, but I'm good in the lazy river.
Right, with the tube and shit.
Yeah, that's it. It's nice at it's like the Great Wolf Lodge has the lazy river, but they have those buckets that fill up and they dump on you.
Oh yeah.
So if I go in there with Adam, he'll always try and make sure that I get hit by those buckets. But it's funny too. It's funny to see like moms like unexpectedly getting hit by a bunch of water that they didn't realize was above them. It's amazing.
They don't want to get their face you don't want to get your face wet, your hair wet. You're like, oh, body's fine, but then the bucket dumps on you and you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean it's nearly impossible to, especially that water park. It's almost impossible to stay dry there. It's just so geared towards kids that. And then there's a part where there's like the water shooting guns and stuff like that. And I don't like that. I don't like that thing. I'll go on it, but I don't like it. Kids are aiming for you and trying to, because it's like free reign for kids there. They're like, dude, we get to shoot adults with water and not get yelled at for it.
Yeah, that was a fun thing at Waterworld here. It's changed up a little now. They changed some of it, but there used to be these two slides that came down, and all around it basically was like a fun house with water fucking everywhere, buckets, but there was guns. So as the people, it was like one of these rides in a tube, and then it came out like into a toilet bowl. So
Yeah.
while they were like and didn't know what's going on, you could fucking just blast them with water. It was so fun. I loved it.
That would be fun. Scar was watching a Great Wolf Lodge of Colorado, and I didn't realize how big it was. It's really big.
Is it big? I mean, they built
Yeah.
it where there was like they had all the room in the world to build it. So
Yeah, they don't just have the water park either. They have an indoor dry course there too. So I was like, well, we'll stay there for like 3 nights when we go. And plus, especially when we go for Grayson's birthday, we're gonna try and weasel a deal to out of the resort so we can get one more night for cheap, and then I'll get double voyage points for when we go to Colorado, and then I'll get my room for cheaper there.
there you go, working the system.
Gotta find them deals, Mom. Or you could just throw a fit on the internet and just bitch like most women do all the time. I told you, like, I've tried to tell people how to get deals there. They just scream at me, and I'm just like, fucking whatever, Karen. Then just, I don't know. I don't know. Like, of course, if you go to book a room at a water park resort a couple weeks before you're trying to go for a weekend, yeah, it's not going to be cheap.
Right.
I can't wait to show you the room that we got and for how cheap I got it. I get like a high off of that kind of shit.
Well, yeah, because it's like getting something fun that you love to do, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm getting away with something. Yeah, like I should actually, because I want to try and take the kids on at least a couple more weekend vacations too. You know, just something small. I should probably try and look for rooms and book them now before they get really expensive again.
True. Everything's so fucking expensive right now. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't need that shit. My croutons went up 10 cents. I was pissed. I was like, man, them fuckers have been 99 cents for years. Now they're $1.09. I almost cried. I was like, now I feel the inflation.
Stupid.
It's a weird, like, how some things don't like skyrocket in price, but then other things do. Like Adam will get these cheap Oreos, these off-brand Oreos, which are actually good. And those things went up like $1.
Like, it's so weird. It's like,
I know.
Like, what?
I just like I mean, I'm sure somehow there's a reason of why certain things get more expensive before other things get more expensive, but yeah. I should get some of those Oreos though. I want to make that Oreo dirt pie. Have you ever heard of that? Oreo dirt pie. Like, it's like you make like you like smash up the Oreos and then mix it with hot butter, and that's like the crust.
Oh yeah.
Cream cheese and Cool Whip, and it's phenomenal. I want to make one of those. Probably costs like $6 to make one of those now. That sucks.
We'll keep going, but everyone at the hour should watch Angela McCardle at Timcast. But don't leave me. But you normally watch it. Angela, I'm gonna watch it later, obviously. But
Is she? I take it she's on there. So.
Yeah, she's the guest tonight.
Too bad no come and go near you. No. I wish there was a Sheets closer to me. Our like our grab and go type gas stations suck by here. A Sheets would be actually no. I'd probably go broke eating all those chicken wraps.
At Sheets.
Yeah, those things are so good. I ate them all the time when I was pregnant with Scarlett. It was like the highlight of my week. I can't wait to go to Adam's game so I can eat some Sheets.
I like it.
That's fine dining.
It's like a Stoner's dollar pizza, you know?
Yeah.
Just love it.
Yeah. Our butter is I think like $3.99, and that's even for the like cheap stuff at Aldi's. And I go through a lot of butter when I bake, because when you make chocolate chip cookies, you need 2 sticks of butter. Is it 2 or is it 1? It's been a
I
little
used
bit.
to for mine.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I get a tub of butter for like the pan and for buttering toast and stuff because it's cheaper, but I can't keep up with shit. Oh, and you know what else? They were sold out of my bags of kitty litter fucking again.
Again?
Yeah. So we had to get the 25-pound bags, which ends up costing more than just getting the big 50-pound bag. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. I should call up there and just ask them when does your kitty litter shipment come in? Be there that day.
Right. And pack up.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. I'm running out of everything. It's sad. No kitty litter, no Pantera.
Oops.
Yeah. It does make cleaning kitty litter more fun when you're listening to
Sure
Pantera, though.
can. Everyone should try to get me on their stuff. Just kidding. I would mess up so much on that one. Ugh, I know. I'm so stupid.
Yeah. I need to get some chickens so I can get me some eggs.
It's true.
I just don't want to take care of them, and they kind of freak me out still. They really do freak me out,
You?
really. Yeah. And I used to not be that way. We had chickens next door. I have pictures of me like feeding chickens and stuff when I was little. I remember when the people behind us got theirs, and I remember them hatching and being all excited with my friends. They're so cute when they're little baby chicks.
Yeah.
They're so fucking cute. And then I don't know what happened, but yeah, now when I'm around them and their little heads like going like this, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna attack me, or I don't know what's happening. But
birds are a little funky, but
yeah, so eggs are expensive, and we go through so many fucking eggs. And our friend that had chickens that we were getting eggs from, he got rid of all of them. They stopped laying. So, yeah.
my business partner's had like he'll have them off and on. He has them now. Like it's just they are a lot of work, and depending on how you have like what your setup is and shit, like it is a lot of work. But if you do it right, it can be good. But then you spend so much on feed, and then the feed was bad recently apparently. So I don't know. They are done like the turkeys. My business partner's looking up the rules on the turkey hunting because he wants to go take some from my property. There's so fucking many. It's like,
and they're big.
There's not enough predators there. What'd you say?
They're big. Those turkeys look big.
They're fucking huge, and they're like they make a fucking mess, and they were just going across my fucking Ring camera earlier. Let me see if I can show you guys this. That's kind of funny too, because it looks funny when they're all like moving around. Like Jesus fucking Christ! It won't focus. Look at them all. Can you see them all? There's so many. Oh, you're muted. Did I mute you? I might have muted
you. No, I didn't.
Oh.
I would be totally freaked out. Oh. We had a couple, some geese in our yard, just chilling, and oh, I was getting so aggravated with them because other dog's gonna try and chase them when I go to let the dog out. And,
Right.
yeah, but then eventually they left. But yeah, them things were freaking me out. I don't like.
They
Yeah.
already did first. I think they already have some here first shot, and some have been coming back. Oh, is that where he go? It is cool. The boys are like starting to strut now. Yeah, I am actually. So my friend just recently got a bow and has been learning. So we're gonna go to my house a lot, or the forest house, and practice. So I'm
She's
like,
gonna kill some turkeys.
yeah, I'm like, I just want to try a bow. But my business partner has a crossbow he'll use. What? He likes my turkey noises. He's like, what were you doing? Come here. There he is.
Hi. Oh, I did a little nose. Oh,
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
he's so cute.
He is cute.
I wish the other cat would come over here and say hi. He's just staring at me. Scarlett is so obsessed with that cat. Like 10 times a day, she'll come up to me and tell me something cute that he did.
Aw.
Yeah, I told Adam the other day, I'm like, Scar comes up to me 10 times a day, tells me something Cash did, or come look at Cash, or did you see Cash? And then Scar comes into the room like a minute after I said that to Adam, and she's like, oh my God, you guys should see Cash right now. He's like laying like this.
She loves him.
He is so cute. That's why I wish he would go. I think I've sent you a picture of the all black floofy cat.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Well,
think I
Stoner,
sent
yeah,
it.
look, Tanner is number one, but he's not here, so.
Tanner is really cute, though. He's so cute. I love it when he's under the blanket, especially when it's just his butt.
Yeah.
That picture of his little butt sticking out of the blanket.
He's so cute. He's just the cute, like, he's getting older, and we're like, it's so hard to find, like, it's a personality because we rescue dogs, and it's always like their personality,
I don't know if we could get another dog. I think Savannah would be jealous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting another one until Tanner passes on, which will hopefully be a long time from now. But and then being with this dog, I like this dog, but he's young and they need so much fucking attention. Like, Tanner doesn't even know there. Hi, kitty.
Here he is.
That's Cash.
Yeah.
Hi, kitty.
His first appearance. He's like,
Cute.
what the fuck? That like took so much to get him up here. It's okay.
I've showed you pictures of my fucking cat trying to hold her. That was she's like, Mike. I picked my cat up right away. She's like,
He's like, it's just like he's weirded out when he's down here. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he's super lovable though. He's so cute. And he feels like silk. His fur feels like silk. He is.
Amita's,
And he's got those pretty green eyes. Now the other cat Bentley is just sitting here like, where's my lovin's? I'm gonna walk away and pout. Nobody loves me. Oh my God. Just started.
It's a little sad. No big deal. No big deal. That sounds so like hickey. Oops. I'm trying to turn the lights down.
It was Tarded brother. That's funny.
I'm almost done house sitting, which is good. I've been gone for fucking ever, it feels like.
Man, I wish you lived near me. I'd pay you to come house it when I left.
I know, it's nice to have a house sitter.
It
I used to
is.
do it a lot more, but now I just do it for like I do it for my sister, obviously, and then she has a dog and a few other people. But I used to do it all the fucking time. I was like, even when I worked full time, when I was on my own, I would always get house sitting gigs because it was like extra. You gotta sleep somewhere anyways if you're getting paid to sleep somewhere and take care of some dogs. At the time, I didn't have pets, so I don't know.
Yeah, especially if you don't have pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only house sat a couple of times. It's just I'm just like weirded out being in other people's houses when they're not there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like it's just if it's somebody though that like I know really well and the one person I didn't really know that well. When me and Adam house sat though, it was for his best friend, but I was kind of there enough where it was just I would grab my own drinks to begin with when I was there or stuff like that. And I loved her dogs. Pretty sure they're all dead now.
Yeah, it's like like I had some people in the mountains I would do it for all the time too. And then it was like a fucking vacation, like
yeah, especially did you like was there any like really bomb ass nice houses you got to house it for?
Oh yeah.
Like pools and okay,
pool.
see then I could get comfortable.
Okay. You need to if you can market to really rich people with pools and shit. Be like, I'll watch your house.
I'm gonna tell Scar to do that when she turns 18. Stop her. Because a lot of people look for that around here. So
That's
they
true.
either want somebody to come and stay at their house to watch their animals or whatever when they're gone, or they pay people to just take their dogs in while they're gone.
Yeah. There's a lot of people here. One of my forest mommy group friends, he's like been paying his mortgage just by doing dog sitting, and they come to him, and he has like a whole pack and shit, and like he'll pay his mortgage off in a couple of days of just watching dogs at his own fucking house already. It's great. People are willing to pay for it, so
yeah, I should think about doing that.
And I did it starting really young. I used to neighbor's house. This was crazy. I can't believe I did this because now when I'm in the forest at night, I'm so scared. Like I used to have to wake up before I went to school, which my bus stop was 6:30. So the winter time, dark at 6:30, right? Snowy, and I'd have to walk down the middle of the forest, down the hill to the other house to take care of the animals. And they had a cat I had to give insulin to and stuff. Like I had to do it, but I was doing that super young. It's a good gig, and they're paying me, and
it is a good gig.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and I babysat a couple of times, but yeah, whenever I worked, it was just, I'm just gonna go. I just worked. I don't know. I guess I wasn't like I didn't know how to hustle.
Right. But you like
it's true. Like it's true. It's not that I was lazy. I just, I wasn't, and probably should have done more stuff like that and had it untaxed.
Everyone go follow my friend Little Pine Cove, by the way. He's a cool dude out here. It's really fun.
Oh, I thought you said pine cone.
Pine Cove.
Little pine cone.
Terrible. Paul, you see this abuse you're getting over here?
Randy, dude.
Nice. Rupert over in Rumble, he's flying somewhere for a long. I know people do that too. They're like fly for a house sitting gig in Arizona. So I get it. There's like a little of my some of my mom's friends, especially if they're like retired and they have like a small cabin, but they don't really like live there in the winter because it's in Wisconsin. So she just finds long-term house sitting for the couple months that she can't be there. And it's great for her. She gets to travel around. Hey, Adam, what up?
That's a good gig.
Thanks for posting it in the other chat, Paul. You're great. You're great.
Yeah, this 2 chat thing's weird.
It's like, why can't I know that YouTube basically, and it's because Rumble hasn't made it easy for StreamYard to pick it up yet. That's what Paul was explaining to me. So it's kind of on Rumble's. Oh, Randy. Well, Randy, you're in the Rumble chat too. You can see what Paul's saying. He says, jokes on those F words. I'm not on insulin. We could stop being on YouTube right now, and then we could say a lot of bad words if we want. But whatever. I get my hair dyed so bad. I busted it up. It's ugly girl spring for me right now. That's all.
It's ugly girl spring. I dyed mine and I fucked it up a little bit.
What? Did you break it?
No, just I didn't leave it in long enough on some parts. So but it's fine. I'll just let it grow out a tiny bit and I'll fix it and the roots and stuff. It'll be fine.
It always grows.
And I can style it where you can't really see that I didn't get it good in a part. So at least that's okay. It's not
long hair.
Yeah, it's not an obvious fuck up. I've done some obvious fuck ups when I've dyed my own hair before.
It can go bad real fast.
Fuck yeah, I can. Fuck yeah, I can.
And you can damage it real fast. Like I was using that fucking thing and I was breaking my hair and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, my hair, I don't know. I should probably deep condition.
Look what Mr. Forrest Mommy just sent a picture. There, Stoner, are you watching? Oh.
There's a little Tanty.
Little Tanty at home.
No, my hair. You crazies. I love how you guys hang out down here with me. I always feel like you don't like me as much as you like Scarlett.
Oh, say Michael. Mine's it's just this dark blonde color. I just like it lighter blonde. That's all. I don't know how dark your hair is, Alice. Woo!
Naturally?
Yeah, your natural color.
It's pretty dark.
Is it what do you call it, brown?
Yeah. It was just a boring brown.
Yeah, mine's boring dark blonde.
In my wedding photos, that's pretty much my natural hair color. It just has some highlights in it.
Okay.
And and it was very subtle highlights that I got in it, but yeah, that's pretty much my natural hair color. I used to be blonde when I was younger, and then it started going away. And then I was like, ooh, I don't want to not be blonde. So I started highlighting it, and then I got tired of dyeing it, and I just dyed it brown one day, and my mom yelled at me really bad.
Because you made it darker?
Yeah, because I dyed my hair brown, and I was 24 or 25. She was pissed. She was so mad at me.
Why? She was
she just wanted me to be her blonde-haired, long-hair, blonde-haired beauty daughter for the rest of her life. Yeah, when I first cut my hair off, she got really mad at me. So my hair was down to my butt. And then I just cut it one day, and she got really, really pissed at me. But she tried to blame it on my dad, though. She's like, your father's going to kill you. My dad did not care, but she was pissed. And then, yeah, I got tired of dyeing my hair all the time. So I'm like, I'm just going to dye it a brown and not have to worry about it all the time. And I dyed it while my mom was at my grandma's house, and one of my best friends was here, and he'd known my mom for years, and he knew how she was. So as soon as my mom came home, she calls me to come upstairs, and we're in the basement, and I was like, oh my God. He was like, I can't wait to see this. And I went upstairs, and she looked at me, and she's like, I don't like it. Dye it back. It looks awful. You look terrible. That color is awful. I can't believe you did that, Alice. You look terrible. And I'm just like, okay, I knew she was going to be mad, but not
damn. That was
yeah,
mean.
Oh, dude. I'm one of the songs that reminds me of my mom is that Miranda Lambert song, This Ain't My Mama's Broken Heart. And it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, my mom would give me a hard time about that kind of shit. And I try not to do it to Scarlett, but I do. Like, people are really, it's not just a goth thing all the time to do like the black lipstick anymore or the really dark lipsticks. Like, people just do that. And I don't like it. And like sometimes she'll put on like a black lipstick when she's playing and she'll like put a little star. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't like it. She's like, Mom. And I was like, well, I'm not going to tell you that I like black lipstick. I don't like it.
Right,
Like,
ever.
yeah. Like, I'm like, just like my mom hated it when my cousin wore this. My cousin wore this really bright red lipstick, and my mom used to complain about it all the time. And I'm like, I don't know. I think she pulls it off. My mom's like, her eyes are way too pretty to wear that bright red lipstick. It takes away from her beautiful eyes. And I'm like, oh my God, you old ladies are so fucking nuts, dude. And it was my whole family was like that. And I'm just like, it's, yeah. My aunt, the one year, my sister wore a red sweater, and she was like, in my day, if you wore red, you were a whore.
Oh, love it.
It's just so funny, like how, yeah. And it didn't ever make me really feel bad. I thought it was funny. It never made me feel like I don't look good. I just thought it was hilarious, like how my family was about, you know,
Little things like that.
yeah. And my mom was very big on um looking put together. Like, I don't care how like, you know, put some makeup on, get dressed, do your hair. My mom would tell me sometimes when I would come to see her, or even when I lived here, she would be like, you look like shit. She'd be like, you need to brush your hair and put some makeup on. You really look like shit today. That was just, but yeah, I mean, her and my dad were both very like, you should care about your appearance, you know, like
Right.
you
Don't
should
be a
have,
fucking slob.
yeah, but I mean, sometimes they just really took that to like a whole nother level.
I know. My
Like,
mom would still be like, if we go to a restaurant or something, she'll be all like, oh my God, look at this person. And then just describe something so like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, their face is too big, or just like something stupid. And I'm like, what are you doing? No wonder like everyone in the 90s had a fucking eating disorder because the boomer moms were fucking like crazy.
oh, that's pretty
It's like, what,
funny.
why? Like, were they, it's just, I know there is some of that. Oh, and someone else brought up this good point too. Hold on, I'll be back in the screen in a second. Like moms would be jealous of their beautiful daughters, kind of a
Oh,
thing.
Lila Hart brought that up.
Yeah, and then just about how maybe that's why they're making their kids all ugly and transy and shit. And I'm like, ooh, that's kind of an interesting point.
That's really weird too. And I mean, it could be, but I like can't imagine looking at my daughter that way. You know, I want my daughter to be beautiful, and I want her to feel beautiful, and you know.
They make it so fucking weird. I know, sorry, Randy. They make it so like, and they turn into this like emotional, like, oh my God, you came out as trans. It's like this whole emotional. It almost reminds me of like as a Christian when you like, oh, I'm born again. I asked Jesus into my heart. There's this whole like emotional. It's almost
Yeah.
it is like that. You know what I mean? In their religion, it's fucking. Ugh. The video she shared with it too, where the kids just wanted short haircuts. That's the thing. Like I've said many times, I asked for boy haircuts. I literally said boy haircuts, and no one said I was a boy ever. I had the boy haircut. No one ever said maybe she's a boy. But now it's like, now it's a whole fucking thing, you know? And it's like maybe they just want a fucking short haircut for a while. Why does it have to be a fucking thing, you know?
I won't let Scarlett cut her hair short.
What? You
I
won't
won't let down any shorter than it was.
Well, and you just know what would look good or not. Like I just did it as a kid because I was a tomboy in the forest and I hated brushing my hair. You know, that's all I cared about. That's why I said it. But
yeah, I mean, I said to her, I was like, I mean, you don't really have the head for that.
Yeah,
some people. I don't either. I cut my hair really, really short one time, and yeah, I was like, I can't believe I did that. It was short. Like I would try and pull it back in a ponytail and it was like this little nub and then a bunch of it would just fall out. I'm just like, why did I do that? But I liked my hair like when it was just kind of short, but not like boy short. I had kind of boy short hair when I was younger. That was kind of the style in the early 80s was the short hair. But let's be honest, a lot of us did not look that good.
You don't know what you don't know, you know?
Yeah. I mean, some people can definitely, I mean, just like there's men that can pull off long hair and they look really good.
Yeah.
And there's women that can pull off short hair and they still look really good. My mom had short hair. My dad would always say about my mom, she was one of the few women that could pull off short hair. Halle Berry was another one he said pulled off the short hair really well.
She did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get people to do it, and it doesn't have anything.
Yeah. So, yeah. Some women have like, and like my mom had it sometimes too. Like, I don't even know like those like kind of like spunky short hair looks. Not like the Karen short hair looks. You know what I mean though? Like, I don't know. I know a lot of women that had short hair that pulled it off really well. I'm just not one of them. That'll never happen again. Never again. There was a point when I was younger, I looked kind of cute with one of the haircuts I had, but yeah, I'll never do that again.
My head is way too fucking like it's literally gigantic. Michael, thank you for $2, Michael. Love it.
Get like $1 of that after YouTube.
Well, he put it on Rumble, but
Oh yeah.
He put, sorry, my dear daughter, but you don't have the head for that.
I mean, she looks really, really cute with like she had that like short kind of cut when you guys were here, and that looks really, really cute on her. And she pulls it off really, really well. I was actually shocked. I was like, oh, because I didn't want her to do it, and then when we did it, I was like, oh, that actually does look really cute. She does look really cute with that cut, though. But she keeps wanting to dye her hair.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I know.
Make a rule. I'll be the mom. You can argue with me about it. I can be like the pop. Yeah, don't let her dye it for a while.
Yeah, I let her put some highlights in it before the vow renewal, but that was it. But yeah, like she wants to like I think it was like a light purple she wanted to do, and it was like, oh my god. Marina's like that too. She does some fun colors to her hair, but me, I'm like, no. Plus, that's so like you don't want to start doing that to your hair when you're really young.
Yeah, that's
you know
the
what
thing.
I mean?
Anything. You don't want to start doing anything to your body as much as you can, right? Like anything, I feel like.
Yeah, but these people are like, we should just like give kids hormones. And you know what I was thinking about was a few months ago how Scar wanted to go back to public school. She wrote me this long thing of why she wanted to go back. And like, it was really nice. It was well thought out. But at the end of the day, I know it was just she was hanging out with more kids that are from the public school and she was feeling left out. And we said no. And now she's like, man, I'm so glad you guys didn't listen to me and put me back. She's like, I'm so glad that I don't go to public school. It's like, yeah, because we're your parents and we have to make decisions on your behalf, and there's times where as much as you want something, and I respected a lot of her reasoning, and I do think she was being honest about some of the reasoning. It's just, it wasn't enough to make me put her back there,
Yeah, because
especially when I think
it's
about
the
that.
school, not her. It's the
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
And her best friend gets bullied a lot, and I don't want Scar to get involved in that. And I'll be honest, like, I do not want to have to deal with those phone calls. My mom dealt with those phone calls. Your daughter got into a fight. Your daughter punched somebody. I'm not dealing with it. Because I will, like, if if she was in school and they're like, Scar punched somebody because they were making fun of her best friend or whatever and saying all these mean things to her, and be like, Anne, well, you guys didn't do anything about the bullying, so my daughter did.
Yeah, then she would get in trouble. Even like it's just
Yeah, so that's another reason. And I do think it would be hard for her after being away from public school for almost 4 years now to go back to that environment. And even though the environment wasn't great for third grade, it was still, for the most part, with some very crazy exceptions, like it was still basic third grade shit. But now her friends they're all in middle school now. That's a whole different ball game. And I don't think she would handle while going to school and having people like talk shit to her. And I think another thing that would bother her is having to ask to go to the bathroom. Like, can you imagine having to ask somebody to piss?
yeah, get permission to piss.
And people are like, well, that's how it is when you have a job. And it's like, you might have to tell people that you have to go to the bathroom. When I worked at restaurants, I have to go to the bathroom. You need to cover me first. You know what I mean?
Right.
Depending on what I was doing in the restaurant at the time, but I never had to ask permission to go to the bathroom. And yeah, I think that would bother her. I think not being able to eat when she wants to would bother her.
Thanks, Paul. Paul gave us $5 too. Thanks, Paul.
I do think the eating schedule for kids at schools is weird too. I just think it's, yeah. Like, I don't know, if you're hungry, you should be able to have a snack. Especially when you're younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when the boy king wants an apple, he wants an apple. I can't remember what he was doing the other day, and I asked him something. He's like, no, I'm eating an apple. I was just asking a question, but okay, eat your apple. And isn't it funny, like, how when kids do something that's so normal, but it looks so cute, but it's something like he was just sitting back on the couch with like his legs crossed, like all chill, just munching on his apple. And I'm just like, you're just like the cutest little thing. Eat your little apple like you're a big man.
So cute.
It is funny though, how kids do things like that. You just like, it's the cutest thing in the world. I'm going to embrace those moments because he's my last one.
Yeah, he'll grow fast. I've been staying at my sister's house, so she has all their like baby pictures. I'm like, how do you parents do it? As an aunt, I blink and they grew up so fast. Like the pictures are so. I'm like, I remember when they were little babies. Like, now they're not.
Yeah, it's crazy. Adam went to see Steve yesterday with Grayson, and Steve hasn't seen Grayson since the vow renewal either. And he was like, oh my God, Grayson's gotten big. And it's like, yeah, his toes keep poking through all of his socks. And I like like, this boy needs new socks, man. Like, he's just like growing through everything. Like, man, he outgrew like so many things, but he'll still fit in like 3T clothes sometimes, and I don't see how it's happening. But he had these pants that were big on him, and then he put them on, and now they're short, and I'm like,
There's a flood
what's
coming in.
happening, my little baby? Yeah, see, my kids need to give me grandbabies. I demand it. I'm gonna try not to. I'll try not to push that too much because I don't want to be one of those parents. But I definitely want grandbabies. I'm gonna spoil them little shits. I'm gonna spoil them so rotten. Like, do your parents ever let your nieces and nephews do things, and you're just like, because you would have never gotten away with that when you were a kid?
No, but like they're definitely just spoiled, you know, because they're in a better spot and shit, so they're just super spoiled and
Right.
you know. But no, behavior wise, no. Like this whole family is very like even my sisters have been very like pretty strict with their kids and shit, so they never really like you know. That's what I do, kamikaze. I'm the aunt that just like I just hand over a dollar bill. I love it. Oh my
Mom,
god! Oh my god!
what?
What?
Who is that?
It's from Twitter. Let's look you up, buddy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just meant like my mom let my nephew blow bubbles in the house. And I'm just like, you would have never let me blow bubbles in the house.
Okay,
She was
thank
like,
you, man.
I can't look it up.
Thank you so fucking much.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you. I'm following you. I was following you. Thank you so much. That's crazy. That's my biggest super chat we've ever got.
Mommy's gonna buy some Coronas or a bottle of champagne. Get herself a fancy bottle of champagne with that.
No, I need to stop drinking.
I need to stay away from beer because my belly was really upset. My belly was not feeling what I did to it this week.
From the beer?
Yeah. I told Adam, I was like, it took 2 years of COVID tyranny to build up my tolerance to alcohol and 1 month for it to go away. Just like that. But I'm a cheaper date now. And I do think it's funny that Randy wrote that skit and he said that in the skit. I'm like, well, it's vacation, so I'm drinking in the afternoon. And I actually don't drink on vacation. And if I do, like when we went to Niagara Falls, when we went to the casino, I only had like 2 small cups of beers each time we went. But yeah, I don't drink on vacation. I'm usually too busy.
Well, yeah, because you're like planning shit out, making sure the kids are entertained. It's not home where you can be like, just go do something, you know?
Yeah. It would probably be different if I was visiting you, though.
Yeah, it would be a little bit fucking different, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I need to switch back to that tequila and lemonade. It's about that time anyways. It's going to get warm out. And that's kind of healthier. Well, yeah, that's way healthier than beer.
It is healthier.
Yeah, because I was drinking it with that low calorie lemonade.
Like less sugar in it.
Yeah, and what stream was I looking at? It was one of Paul and Doug's streams, and I'm like, I have gained weight since the vow renewal. God damn it.
Yeah, but it's probably all gone to your fucking boobs at least.
No, like my face, definitely. I need to get more. I need to start working out again. I'm not drinking as much beer, so that's good. And then I'll just switch to when I do drink, I'll just have some tequila and lemonades. Not so many that I fall into a fire, though.
Hold on, I'll put it back. I'll put this. Everyone go follow Cal, by the way.
I'm going to have to come back and look because I don't have my phone.
You're good.
That's crazy. And you didn't know who they were? You don't know who they
No, I know. I've followed him for a while.
Oh, okay.
Very sweet, though. Crazy.
I don't get into cars with strange ladies offering me snacks most of the time. I like snacks. I'd get into
You know exactly
a car.
the kind of snacks to get Randy with, too.
I would
Milano
probably get into a
cookies.
car.
Milano cookies.
Oh my god. I just
What?
like that. I don't know. It's just like bent wrong.
Did you get a little thing down your neck?
On my yeah, it's like my neck and my shoulder. It's just never gonna be the same.
I hurt my back the other day picking up a fucking bucket of water. It didn't hurt right away, but afterwards it hurt for like a fucking week straight. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even do anything.
Did you bend at the knees?
Yeah. And
Bend at the
what's funny is I've
knees,
done
bend
it
at the knees.
before. I did it before once. It's just weird. Like all of a sudden later on my back starts hurting. It's so fucking annoying. But I lifted it up fine, everything's fine, and then like 3 days later, all of a sudden it's like it just hurts deep down. And I'm like, what did I just do something stupid to some little stupid fucking muscle, you know what I mean?
I imagine part of it is because I stopped. It was giggled and tore. I haven't been in that. Yeah, I bet you part of it's probably the reason my shoulder keeps bothering me is because I haven't been working out. I had that fucking thing that I was working out with, and I had my weights, and I got wimpy ass shoulders now. My shoulders fucked up from my dad though, both of them.
Oh, can you go out? You gotta do pull-ups and push-ups.
I don't like those though. Those don't sound fun.
What, pull-ups? Pull-ups and
Yeah.
push-ups? I've upped it. I do
I
50
have-
a day now, technically.
I have a pull-up bar right here, and I could probably not do one.
Well,
I
you
bet
gotta
you.
start with, you have to start doing one a day. Do one a
I
day.
used to be able to do them on there, not like a ton, but I remember my brothers when they were nice to me, those nice moments we had, and they were helping me, like I was real little, they would pick me up, and it just started with them kind of holding me a little bit, and then little by little, I was doing it all by myself. Not no more though. I was joking around the other night. I asked Adam, I was like, can you do a pull up on this? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I wonder if I can. I went to do it and in like 2 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, definitely no.
It takes a lot of strength to build up.
It
So
does.
I do 10 like this, 10 like this, 10 wider like this, 10 where I'm like this and I pull my knees up, and then 10 where I do like a L. I make a L shape, kind of like have my legs up. Everyone's always like, you must work out so fucking much. And I'm like, I really don't. I don't lift weights. It's all my own weight and shit, So
Even when I did look good, I didn't work out a ton. I walked a lot. I did a lot of hiking. So if I would go out to eat, need a burger and onion rings and dipping it in ranch, I would go for a hike afterwards. So
yeah.
And then I would just do like a light workout while watching General Hospital in the evenings after work.
Yeah, just in
'Cause
front of the TV.
yeah.
That's like most of what I've always done is just sit in front of the TV and whatnot.
Yeah, and people do people do this to you? Because they did this to me when obviously they don't say this to me anymore, but people when I was thin, they would be like, you need to eat. Don't you ever eat? And it's like, yeah, I eat and then I do shit.
Yeah.
And it was usually like some like not like a fat woman, but like one of my best friends growing up, her mom used to say that to me all the time, like, you need to eat a burger. I'm like, I do eat burgers. Actually, I fucking love burgers.
I know people constantly tell me I eat all the fucking time, so everyone could just shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
When you're active,
First shot. First shot knows I hate when people tell me how to work out and shit. Remember, like it's so annoying when people are like, "You should do this. You should do that." Someone, a sweet. He's a sweet guy, but someone did that on Twitter the other day. I had like, he's literally very large and trying to lose weight and stuff, and he's saying something like, "Oh, you shouldn't eat that. You should." And I was like, "Honey, honey." Look at me, look at you, and you're telling me what to do. It's just like so annoying when people do that. It's one thing if people ask for advice, but it's always people like just put it out. You should try this.
yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah, when I was then, the only advice I would have is, I don't know, just work out. I mean, my parents, I think, were pretty good at not, I mean, even though it doesn't sound like it after what I just said about my mom and certain things we would wear and stuff, like, my parents always helped us have like a healthy attitude towards food. I mean, they weren't
Right.
like, it wasn't anti-junk food. It's just like the other day you asked if we had junk food in the house, and I was trying to think of the most junkiest junk food we kept in the house when I was a kid, and I gotta say it was probably chips and French onion dip. And to this day, I still love chips and French onion dip. But yeah, plus my parents had the store, so I mean, my parents wouldn't just let us like eat candy all day or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, if I wanted a chocolate bar or something, we could have that. But yeah, I mean, my mom was really big on we always had fresh fruit in the house. Always. And I try to do the same for my kids, but lately with the quality of fruit, it's been harder. We went to Aldi's and they had strawberries on sale, and there was still a decent amount of strawberries left, and there was not one good pack in there.
Ugh.
Like they either had mold in them or they were just like pretty much green, and yeah, it sucks. But yeah, I remember I totally pulled a Doug there.
What?
Chips and salsa are good. We're big on chips and salsa.
I love
Like I said,
salsa.
I love chips to this day. I love crunchy things. That's probably why I like salads as much as I do. I like crunchy things and like crunchy vegetables. Aldi lick my baldies.
I wish we had all these here.
Yeah, I love Aldi's. And usually before all this, their fruit and vegetable selection was really good. It's still not bad, but definitely more often I'm just noticing things being bad, having mold on them, and we would get 3 packs of peppers from there, and you have to be so careful because the one day I bought one and I thought it looked good, and then I got home and on the inside it was fucking molding.
That's
Yeah, I was fucking pissed, man. I love my peppers. But yeah, Aldi's is the best. That place is the shit.
my
And
mom.
I was just gonna say they have pretty good frozen orange juice too. Sorry to go.
My mom and dad moved back to South. Well, they're in South Carolina now, but they have Aldi's again. But she says it's changed since back in the day. I don't know. I was like, okay, I don't know what that means.
I wouldn't know what it means either. I didn't start shop because we always shop. We shop well, obviously when I was really young, we shopped at my parents' store. We just brought food home from there. And then when they lost the business, we started shopping at Mark's a lot. So that's where I shopped for a long time. Because there was no, I don't even remember an Aldi's. But then, yeah, the Aldi's that was by our old house was meh. But this Aldi's by us is pretty nice. They're small, kind of small. We went to a different Aldi's and I was like completely lost. I was like, oh my God, this is set up completely different. I have no idea where anything is. Like, isn't it funny when you go into a store that's completely different? You know, like if you go into a different Walmart or a different whatever grocery store in a different town, you're like, holy shit, where
Yeah, it's all different.
it's like that meme that says I get mad when they rearrange grocery stores now. It's like I do get really mad.
You don't need a medical card out here for a shot. Actually, I suggest not getting the medical card because then you're on a fucking list.
Yeah, that's why I take issue with those medical cards. I think you can get those here. People say to get them. Like you can just go to a doctor and be like, I have back pain. Be like, okay, here's a script for pot.
Crazy.
But you know what? That's better than it was when it was like, oh, my back hurts. And they're like, oh, here's some oh my God, what's the name of that fucking drug that everybody got addicted to?
Opioids.
Yeah. Here's some opioids. Like, have fun. We're gonna cut you off, and then you're gonna be addicted, and you're gonna end up addicted to heroin and end up dead. But it's totally fine.
Exactly, Dubs. If you get the medical, then they could keep you from having a gun and shit. So,
yeah, that's weird too.
Well, we're all on lists already, but
probably.
How does Paul have 2 golden retrievers? Because golden retrievers are so needy and shit. This dog is so needy. I can't imagine having another. What? I cannot imagine. So I keep getting up to like entertain him for 2 seconds.
Oh.
Like not enough.
Not even. Well, I haven't. Oh, okay. Love you.
Love you.
Mwah.
Is Princeton playing right now? Is that why you keep saying Princeton, Stoner? I'm assuming so. Basketball. Paul, what? Mike, say Michael, why are you giving more money? Oh my gosh. No, say Michael just did $10, Christ's sake.
Damn.
Well, and Paul just gave another. Stop it. Stop. Actually, don't stop it. Whoever donates the most has the biggest dick. Whoever gives last has the biggest fucking dick, and that's great. That's what we need.
You're gonna be able to get yourself an FM spa day.
Yeah, I'll just put it back and I pay for the fucking streaming shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start paying for that so that we can do more shit.
Yeah, well, you have a while because it's just the amount of. Really, it doesn't do that much cool shit to pay for it. Paul could tell you the exacts.
He did. Well, yeah, see, you guys need to give FM more money so that she can pay for all of her streaming stuff and have a spa day. So come on. You can have them God damn it. What are them fucking things called with the mimosas? Go to the spa and have some mimosas.
I'm gonna flex for first really quick, by the way.
I've never had a mimosa, have you?
Yeah. So orange
Are they
juice.
good?
Oh yeah.
Because I love orange juice, but I'm not big on it's just orange juice and champagne, right?
Yeah. I usually use Prosecco or whatever, but
I might have to try that one day.
no, please.
On like a lazy Sunday or something.
Yeah, they go down real nice. They go down really fucking nice.
You can drink them in my in my little fancy glasses that I have. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. And I'll just ask when I go to do it. I'll ask you again what kind of champagne or whatever I need to get with
Oh,
it.
yeah,
And then
I
I'll do
use
that.
a prosecco, which is like Italian champagne. Basically, it's the same shit. It's just called prosecco. And
Is it cheap or is it like
yeah, you can get a
expensive?
bottle.
Or
The one bottle I use. What brand do I get? Here, let me look.
oh, I hate that how this is set up.
It's called Lunetta Prosecco. Yeah, it's $16 for like, and it's a bigger bottle. It's like bigger than a
Oh,
wine.
nice.
Yeah, but you gotta like, you gotta drink it all in that day. So one day we don't have to do anything.
So I'm saying I'll have to do that on like a lazy Sunday and like maybe start drinking early. You know what we need to do when it gets warm out?
But
We need to we need to go on TT's stream together. And the reason I just say when it's warm out is because I just have more energy and I would be more likely to be able to stay up that late.
yeah,
Not even that I can't stay up that late. It's hard for me to stay up that late and be able to hang out. Because he goes on at like 9 or is it
9:30
10?
your time, 9 your time, I think.
Yeah, because usually I can only listen to a little bit of it. But in
I
the summer,
haven't been on one of his in forever too, and I fucking love him.
yeah, we should go out, crash that shit, put some estrogen up in there. Because
He
he's
needs
funny.
Oh, isn't he the best? I just love how
Yeah.
he talks. Like he really deserves to have a ton of followers and be making money because like just how he talks to people and he's so inspirational and he's like everything he says I fucking agree with, like it's just great. I know
Yeah.
he's just so and I would have him on my show more, but he fucking works all the fucking time. Dude's fucking busier and shit. He's got to have so much fucking money tucked away because he doesn't have a girlfriend. I think Elizabeth. I mean, I know he spends a lot on
Yeah, I was about to say he probably spends a lot on ammo and
guns, but he gets a
yeah.
good deal probably, or a bet. He gets some deals. And next
Yeah,
shot.
he's really nice.
I know. I don't know why I have a bra on today. It's silly. I put a bra on. It's actually annoying.
I put a bra on because
your boobs hang because you have actual boobs.
yeah, I mean I can go without a bra sometimes, but then it feels funny when you're trying to do things. It's probably my boobs are probably why I don't really like running that much.
Well, yeah. I always felt so bad for girls in high school and shit who like had boobs already and like track, and it looked like it hurt because
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I always did like a lot of power walking. And when I used to go to the gym with my friend, like when we would go on the treadmill, I would just do like pretty fast walking because, yeah, running, that hurts.
What up, one MA?
What is?
What up, buddy?
Yeah, that's definitely not comfortable.
Or when you lay down on your back, do they go like that?
They do now.
And does it
Yeah.
does it pull? Like does your skin feel tight?
Not that bad yet, but it'll get there. You gotta make sure you lotion there, ladies, because
Yeah.
that will start to pull it and it'll make it more wrinkly and just make it look worse.
Yeah, and
So at least when your tits depart, you'll still have smooth skin.
just a little here and there, one MA. Just dipping my toes. We're trying to be good. Yeah,
But yeah, they used to stay up.
Mine have no other option but to be up. So
if I ever come across that Vegas picture, I'll show it to you if I ever find it again. But yeah, I should find that again just so I can remember how they used to be.
what size were they before you had kids?
I was like a good C. And then I had kids, and it was like, that's another picture I should try and find for you is like a week after I had Scarlett, and I had the breastfeeding tank tops, so that it could just be like, bloop, and comes out. And then they have like but yeah, I mean, I could hardly even fit in it. It was like a D or something, and it was ridiculous. Now those were serious mommy milkers. I'll never forget my fucking sister when I had Scarlett and I was breastfeeding, and she's like, "Your boobs are never going to be the same now, you know." And I think she was just so thrilled.
Rude.
I had the nice boobies. And then her twin got a boob job. So,
Oh, does she judge that?
uh, maybe secretly, because she certainly seems to have some shit towards me. But yeah, I don't know. She might. It's not like they're. I don't know. I would say like they're a size B. I don't know.
The fake ones are?
No, the not fake ones. Now the fake ones I think are like a D, because they're pretty sizable for sure.
She made it worth her money.
And-
Did they look okay on her? Because that's why I would never do it, because I knew skinny girls who got them and they looked fucking terrible because like,
oh yeah, yeah.
and you never
And
know how they're going to look.
and you know what's funny? Both people that I know that like I was like talking to when they got boob jobs, they both moved to Vegas and just felt like, because I don't know everybody, but my sister, our builds are kind of different. My sister's taller than me, but we all kind of had not like thick, but you know, yeah, she's not small framed at all. So they looked normal on her. Um, but my other friend was very, very petite and got double D's. And I'm just like, why would you do that? She's like, Alex, you don't understand because you have natural boobs. So you don't understand what it's like. And I'm like, okay, could you like go for like a full C cup?
Right. You weren't, you're like, you just went big. You went really big. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, right, if I lost weight, I probably would only be back I would probably be back to like a full C or a D. But when you had like I had a tiny frame before. So if I had huge double D's, like that just it wouldn't look right. It didn't even like when my boobs were about to explode after having Scarlet, that didn't even look right. Fuckers were ridiculous. Things, it's so gross what happens to your body.
It's cool.
It is. That's how I know. That's how I know Adam really loves me, because he's seen my body do such disgusting things, and he's still like wants to do things with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
After I had Scar, I was like, he was helping me out of the bathroom. I was in really bad shape after her, and he was helping me out of the bathroom, and I started crying, and I'm like, "You're never gonna find me attractive again after seeing all this." Totally not true. He still loved me. He still loved me after watching me giving birth.
That's good. You're his Madonna and his whore. That's good. You want to be good.
Who said that?
I said that.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I'd still love Adam if I watched him give birth.
You're like, I don't know if I'm that good of a person, to be honest.
Oh my god, do you want to hear a funny birthing story? It's not mine, but it's it's kind of mine. So me and Adam were talking to my girlfriend and her husband, and we were talking about childbirth, and I said I was so mad at my uncle, because he was like, just keep eating that Giorgio's pizza. That baby will come out in no time. So, oh my God, I go into labor and pooped on the table. And I was so mad because, like, that fucking Giorgio's pizza. So, we're telling this story to our friends. And she's like, I'm so glad I didn't poop on the table. And he's like, yeah, you did. like you don't even know it's happening, and all her kids were like grown. I was like, how did you like? And she's like, I didn't know. And I'm like, when they were like coming over and cleaning you up, you didn't realize, like, she's like, no. I'm like, she was not right.
She was keep talking. I'm going to take you guys with me into the bathroom.
Bathroom time with mommy. That's hot.
I'm muting when I'm peeing, though, you pervert. I can't. No, you're so brave for fucking giving birth. That's fucking crazy.
It is crazy. Sometimes I can't believe I did it. Because before I got pregnant, even though I wanted to be pregnant, giving birth terrified me. I was so scared to do it. And then I was like, when I was pregnant, I kind of like, I'll be like really panicked about something, but if it's just kind of like, well, I just kind of have to do it now, I just kind of calm down. And that's how I was about giving birth. I was like, she's gonna have to come.
Did you kind of like forget about the first time a little bit? Like how I feel like you guys can't remember it all, or you would never fucking do it again. You know what I mean?
I definitely remember. There was like a point. So with Scar, my contractions were all over the place. I remember a couple of the contractions very well in my head, and then after I got the drugs, because yes, people, I took the drugs. I'm a horrible, horrible mother. There's another reason for Paul to call me a terrible mother. I took the drugs. Well, I guess some hospitals are different, but a lot of hospitals or certain doctors won't let you have any more of that drug after you start pushing. I don't know why. I'm not sure. And then there's just a limit. So my drugs wore off in the middle of giving birth to Scarlett. And yeah, I remember it. And I remember this girl told me, she's like, have them bring in a mirror for you to watch. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And then when I had Scarlett, they brought in a mirror because like I was starting to get tired. Adam thought I died while giving birth because I was so tired. I was like, my eyes rolled into the back of my head, and I just fell asleep after the contractions that time. I was just really tired. I was up all night. Like I had been up since the morning before, and she was not born till 5:34 in the evening. And yeah, like I was pushing and pushing, and I just kind of was getting to the point where I didn't have it in me. And my nurse was like, I'm going to bring in a mirror so she can see how far she's going. And I'm like trying to tell her, like, do not fucking bring a mirror in here. She brought a mirror in here, and I saw how close Scarlett was. And I was like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit. And I pushed, and I'm glad I did see it, because to this day, I remember what it looks like seeing Scarlett come out of my body, and Grayson too. Yeah. And I thought it would be like so gross, but when it's your baby, like when it's somebody else's baby, I'm like, that shit's gross.
It is. I mean,
it is. I like people that are like, oh, you should, what's the big deal about watching somebody's birth? And I'm like, well, it's not my kid. So it's really not as beautiful as a moment. But yeah, like I'm glad I saw my kids and what they look like when they were born. And Scar really had like a holy shit, what the fuck is going on when she came out? Like, what are you doing to me?
Well, they say that like sometimes it's when people die and then they come out as a baby right away or something like that. You look at that. And that's why they're kid. When you're very first baby, you kind of remember it for a second. You're like, fuck.
I'm back. Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, it was cool to see. But Yeah, that was one of those things that I didn't think I would want that I ended up wanting. Like you never really know. So now when I talk to moms, that's pretty much the only thing I tell them about delivery. Like, um, is
And girl.
I know it sounds weird, but totally get the mirror. Like you won't regret it. Like wait till you're close, but come on, bro. Will you go get the charger, please?
I don't know if you saw Adab's comment. He's so clever and funny. For sure. There are people all about eating the placenta now.
Oh, that's really weird. That's so weird. And that there's two like they're like you can keep something because if your kids get sick, they can I don't fucking know. There's weird shit, but we didn't eat the placenta. Unless Adam, I don't know. Did you snack on my placenta when I wasn't looking?
No, that sounds pretty fucking gross.
They make like smoothies out of those and stuff.
Yeah,
And
fucking
pills.
weirdos.
Yeah, I think them Kardashian people did that shit. So therefore, you know it's fucking weird. Now, people do really weird. You know what I think is weird? Okay, I don't think it's weird to do it because to each their own. But I think some families nowadays just take that trad at home shit a little bit too far. And have you seen these families where the whole family is in the pool while the mom gives birth?
Yeah, I seen that picture.
I mean, you know me, like I'm very to each their own, but I'm just like,
The kid
okay,
didn't
that's weird.
consent to that. The kid doesn't consent to that. And like I totally get nature, wonderful things, but like, come on. Like, can't there be boundaries with that maybe too? Like sitting in that can't even be fucking hygienic, you know?
Ugh, just yeah, there's just I think home birth, I don't think there's like anything wrong with it, but I definitely understand why like so many moms just don't feel doing that because it is scary because if something does happen to your baby when they're born and there's not a neonatal unit right there, that's terrifying. I don't know what the statistics are on that, but yeah, like some women will get so mad, like when you're like, no, I wouldn't do the at home birthday. Like, no. And they're just like, why? Back in the day, they did this. And back in the day, kids died a lot more too. Like, it was much more common for stillbirths and babies to die of diseases and birth defects. Look at Dave Smith. His son had to have heart surgery.
There's been more and more, I feel like, where people had their kids have gone to the NICU and stuff right away. Like there's just been a lot of issues with a lot of people. These are healthy people and they're still can be
And
problems.
well, sometimes too, I think women are a lot more in tune with their body than some doctors give them credit for. Like my cousin told me that like a lot, and so this is what I'm wondering, like she felt when she had her second son, her first son had passed away. She felt the same thing happening with her second son. She's like, no, this is how I felt when my other son, when I was in labor with him and he died, and then the doctor listened to her and obvious my cousin was born. So I'm like, I wonder if maybe, just maybe, could it be that more doctors are actually listening to the women and actually giving birth to the kids so that they can go to the NICU? Because I'd rather my kid go to the NICU than
Right.
die.
Yeah.
But then again, that it could just be another way to make money. Could be. Or well, you couldn't probably say this with Dave Smith because I would have guessed he's not vaccinated. But I do wonder about women and vaccination and birth defects and
who
those
knows?
they said they're, like there was that feminist chick, Naomi Wolf, who was bringing attention to the vaccine affecting women's periods and early pregnancy or whatever because they were miscarrying, and she got banned off of Twitter for it, and she's back now. And then what happened? They came out and said that it was affecting women's menstrual cycles. And that's a big deal, especially if you're a woman in your 20s and you're trying to have a baby and you're trying to track your ovulation cycle. Like, I didn't have to do that shit. Like, we're very fertile here at the Forky house. But some women, you know what I mean? Like, they're tracking that stuff. And yeah, you kind of have to wonder. You know what? When we get off of here, I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look and see how many more kids have gone to the NICU. But like I said, that would be hard to tell because we do take care of kids better nowadays. Because that's people's big gripe with abortion. It's because there's babies that live like 24 weeks.
Tiny, yeah.
That's so glad my kids were born healthy. And I'm glad they were born the right sex too.
Yeah, they're the right sex and the right body.
I wanted one boy and one girl. People are like, you should just want a healthy baby. And it's like, look, bitch, I'm going to fucking love my kid no matter what. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to experience both of those. Because it's different. It is. My relationship with my father is different than the relationship with my mother. A father-son relationship, those are different relationships. And thankfully, my kids listened to me and they were born the correct sex.
But you could make them switch sexes if you want. I'm just kidding. So bizarre. So fucking bizarre. I just can't imagine being a parent and fucking even thinking about that shit. Like, how do you even fucking be thinking about this shit?
Yeah. That's another reason I don't want my kids in public school. What's good with Grayson is I have more knowledge now than I did years ago. But also understand when Scar was born, this shit was not going on like it is now. You know what I mean? Like, your biggest concern as a parent if they went on the internet when they were young was porn, them coming across porn, or just like hearing bad words or something too violent. Now you're like terrified your kid's going to get brainwashed if you have them on the internet.
It's like, go ahead.
Yeah. And not even just the internet. Look at all the TV shows.
It's fucking everywhere. And they're so weird. It's like it's normalized the creepy fucking uncle and grandpa shit. Cause it's the same, like you've seen, I fucking hate people, all the crazy TikTok videos that everyone shares because it's rage bait. But there are crazy people on there. These people they find are fucking crazy. Like that one guy who's like, I'll be your friend. I'll be, if you don't feel loved, I'll be like, that's what pedophiles say. And that's the same shit they've said since. And I don't know if that guy was abused and that's why he's so open about it. But like, that one guy I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That the Muslim lady got attacked for calling him out. And now she pulled the videos or some shit. Like, she should say, I hope she got support and shit. But like, how this guy's saying that kids are getting bullied by their parents for being trans, but then his fans were bullying someone for calling him out, like literally, like real life, like harassment. Like, how do they justify this shit? How?
And he's not even trans. I'm sorry.
No, he's just like a weird, creepy dude who likes makeup. Which I've always accepted people like that anyway. If there's a dude lighting the loafers, who gives, you know what I mean? There's all this
Adam Lambert.
Yeah, like they're making a fucking issue. And then when he's saying that shit, but then I'm also like, if your kid's on fucking TikTok, which you don't have to get mad at me, but like, what the fuck? How is your kid on fucking TikTok, parents? Like, You do have, they're like, oh, like you do have control over that. Actually, you do. Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's why it like. Well,
I
I've
agree.
told you before, like how I don't, I don't understand these parents who just let their kids have phones all night, and Scar has to give her phone up, but then they have to go to school. But then they're just like, do you like? I love my kid and I trust my kid to a certain extent, but I also understand that she's a kid with curiosity, which is why her phone, when she doesn't have it, has to be in our room. You
Right.
know, she's not allowed. But yeah, I mean, her friends have Snapchat, TikTok, and there's another one.
Instagram or
No, it's I think it's like hipper, like it's newer and hipper. Like I think like they look at Instagram like that's for old people.
I think there might even be less pedophiles and shit now, but the ones there are, they're open about it, which is weird. Like, because in the past they were always secret about it, right? And now it's all, maybe there are more though, actually, because that is just normalized. We've had this discussion so many times, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's a lot for parents to navigate balancing technology with keeping your kids safe, because you want them to learn responsible technology use, internet use. You don't want them to just turn 18 and then learn how to use technology. But yeah, I mean, I don't, I mean, my simple answer is just don't let them have their phone all the fucking time. Like, just keep that time limited and go through that stuff.
like I
'Cause
said,
do.
I'm more even strict than you. I wouldn't even let them have fucking phones, but that's me. That's
Well,
me.
that's
Not me
another
judging.
thing, like, that people don't think about. There's no pay phones anywhere. So, like, remember, like I don't know, like when you would go to a game or maybe you had practice for a game, like sometimes your parents would just know what time to pick you up, but then you would have a quarter to use on the payphone. Now they don't have fucking payphones anymore.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So I definitely get it, like, especially when they start driving. So you're going to want them to have their cell phone on them. Yeah. Like, could you imagine, like, if you broke down somewhere, like trying to find a payphone
it's
nowadays?
different times now. That's for sure. We've gotten so used to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just stuff like you don't think about, and then it's like, oh yeah, like there's a lot of things I don't think about, and I'm like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, it was like this, you know. When I was a kid, I was allowed to hang out with my friends for a little bit after school, but not very long, you know, because you had to have shit done. Like, I don't know how it was with you, but like when we came home from school, you had to have all your chores done. You might have like 20 minutes to like get the one TV in the house to yourself, maybe squeeze in some Jerry Springer or whatever. But yeah, like I was allowed to go do stuff, like go to the park, and now it seems like kids are only allowed to do that stuff either on a non-school night or in the summer. And I don't know if it's just me, but that's kind of weird.
That's weird. I'm not trying to change the topic real quick, but Cam Harless, I guess, is interviewing Jody, I forgot to say their last name, Plausch, but that's the dad who shot the child guy, the predator in the airport.
Oh, yeah. Who's interviewing him?
I think Cam Harless interviewing the mom is my guess is whose that is. So
I have to check that
nice.
out.
That's what
that dude's a hero.
Yeah, that's what needs to fucking happen. There was no question. This dude fucking did that shit. Like, you know, and that guy groomed all the people, all the adults around him too, to trust him, you know. Oh, that's the son. Yeah, Reed's interviewed the son too, Jody. Okay, so Jody's the son. Yeah, Reed has interviewed him before.
I'll have to look at that.
And the guy, I don't know what he's saying on cam right now, but on Reeds, he was honest about like what the dude was doing to him and shit, and the other boys and all that shit. So, yeah, that's just what that needs to fucking happen because it's. What are you gonna do? Why? That person broke like one of the biggest fucking, and this is why we get so frustrated when families allow. Like that's a big. It's almost as bad as murder. I really think when you take someone's sexual innocence, that's almost as bad as murder because you're taking a part of them that
They can't get back. They'll never
can't
get that back.
It's not happening organically how it should. It's like you are harming their person, their whole person, because that's a part of you. Your whole, that's part of you, and just drives me nuts. And people are like, well, vigilante justice isn't. It's not all, and I'm like, I don't care. Like it'll be better than what's going on now. They let them all out anyways,
Yeah, and now we just let them like freely run about on the internet.
Having weirdos tell them that they're boys and girls and blah blah blah. Like,
yeah, that Jeffrey Marsh dude just like
he could be like a good-looking weirdo dude, but he has to do that shit. Like, why?
Yeah, I can't even watch him.
Me either.
He just makes my stomach turn in that whole like.
And what kid would want to watch him either? I'd be like, kids should be like, this guy's a fucking freak. Like, what the fuck?
You know what you should do because you have Discord. Well, actually, no, don't. Never mind. I'm not going to say that on here because it's just, no matter how I say it, it's not going to come out right.
You can tell me it afterwards.
Yeah, I'll tell you off because no matter how I say that, it's just not going to come off in a good way. But yeah, Discord's that's another one that kids have. That's bad. What's weird is that there are parents, and I've seen them argue that you shouldn't look through your kid's phone because it's like looking through their diary. And I'm like, no, looking through their diary is like looking through their diary. Like,
what the fuck? And it's not like you're like looking through their diary is snooping on their thoughts, but looking through their phone is more their interactions with other people who could be harming them and shit.
Right. Did you see a mom said she was playing a game with her kids, and like I know there's a lot of games where you can friend request each other and play together or whatever. But she was playing this game with her kids, and there was like some fucking weirdo like trying to friend request her kid and like messaging him weird shit. And I'm just like, damn.
The fuck?
I probably should have taken note what game that was.
True. It's all of them though. Like, it's all the fucking games have anything. Like I told you, like playing Roblox because they can talk to people through Roblox, can't they?
Yeah. So with Roblox, it's like, so I had like the other day, like Scar, if people try and friend request Grayson, she takes them off of there, like, because Grayson doesn't know, he just wants to play the game. But I think, but you can go into, I don't know how to do it, but it's like you go into like a private room with your friends and play Roblox. Like you could play public, or
like in a little private game.
Yeah, like when Scar and Grayson play Roblox, they play together a lot. It's like her and him playing it together, and Roblox is like. There's bad parts in it. Like what I don't think a lot of parents understand about Roblox is this. Roblox is not just one game. Roblox is like a lot of different types of games, and there's certain ones that I'm not trying to say they're set up for like like pedos. It's just for older kids. It's like for older kids who are playing this. But yeah, Roblox is not just one game. It's like a bunch of different games. It's not. I mean, it's cool. I can't fucking play it for shit, and I've tried so many. I have tried so many times, but it's like, what was the first video game you remember playing? Like an actual like,
Mario Brothers 3.
yeah, like that was kind of hard to get used to when you're trying to remember where all the buttons are. Well, like with these games, it's just like it's on their phone, and I can't control it for shit. I can't do it at all. But I kick their asses at Mario Brothers.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, it probably was. I did play. My grandma had Atari, but I think
Oh my god, I remember Atari.
we had our regular Nintendo by then. And you know what? I would love to play Mario Brothers 3. I love that shit. That was
We should
like
have
the
played it
last-
when you were here. Because we have that. We got the Switch as like
Yeah, you can play
it's
it too.
yeah, and it was more like a family gift for Christmas. But yeah, you can play all the old games on there. The only reason we haven't been using it is because Savannah chewed the cord to it, and you have to use that specific cord to hook it up to the TV. It has to be that specific Nintendo cord.
So you have
So
to buy
yeah, I have
another
to-
one and you haven't yet.
Yeah, but that's those are fun games to play with your kids. And then on our TV, on the Roku, there's like these little games that Grayson likes to play. Like they have darts, and we'll play darts, and Grayson just shoots for bullseyes every time, and he gets so excited when he gets a bullseye. And just games like that, like little games like that are fun to play. And then, board games.
Yeah, Randy's girlfriend plays Fortnite. Talk shit.
Yeah, my kids never got into the Fortnite thing. And yeah, I've tried to play the Roblox, and I can't do it. There's other games that they play, like there's a Subway Surfer game that the kids play, and it is so fun. That fucking game is so fun. I remember the kids got it, and I'm not even gonna lie, I got excited when they went to bed one night because I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna play that Subway Surfer game. It's a fun game. And then there's another. Oh, Scar used to play this granny game, and you have to get out of. You have so many days to get out of the house, or Granny will kill you. And yeah, it's a
That sounds
fun
so
game though, dude.
goofy.
I got so addicted to that game.
There's so many weird fucking games I see now. Like
Oh my
on
god, I was so addicted to that game, and when I finally escaped the house, I was like, yes, yes. Fuck you, Granny. I'm out. But yeah, that was one that I enjoyed. But Subway Surfer, that was probably one of my more favorite ones with the kids. That's a fun game. Grayson doesn't like it as much though. He like rarely plays it. And then he likes
the fucking one. Just kidding. So what did you call it? What's the game? Fun or you texted me and it sounds like you're saying fucking.
oh yeah, it's a funkin thing. And I don't even think that's for young. I don't even know what it is. It's like they were advertising it. I guess it's like a rap battle game. But yeah, it's called Funkin. And or Funkin Friday. And I'm like, dude, it's like it's but yeah, it definitely does not sound like he's saying Funkin. It definitely sounds like, I mean, it just straight sounds like he's saying fucking Friday.
There's a little voice. Oh.
Oh my God. And then, yeah, it was finally just like, just don't say that anymore. Like, you're not, like, it was just a passing advertisement or whatever. Just forget you ever heard that word. Like, just, and he was like getting mad, because he was like, it's funky.
Ugh.
Like, fun Grayson. Fun kid. And he'd be like, yeah, fucking.
Oh,
I was
kids.
like, I give up. I give up, man. And sometimes it is hard to tell what he says. Like, I'm just like, what did you just say? I mean, he's around Adam and Marina enough, so he's probably he's got a mouth. He's gonna have a mouth on him. Because those two are just. That was funny that day. I said to Hex, I was like, I'm not going to let Marina and Adam around the kids anymore. They have such potty mouths. And then we're in the kitchen and I'm like, motherfucker. And he's like, I don't think you should be allowed around the kids.
That was great.
But I rarely swear in front of the kids. Yeah, like I yell at Adam a lot. He said that's I said okay, sir, to him, and he said, like, that's motherfucking badass to you or something. And I'm like, Adam, watch your mouth.
It's so hard when because I'm not around kids ever, really. So it's really hard to and I'm obviously very fucking potty. I'm just very potty mouthed, but we do good. Even the first mommy will let it fly in front of my family sometimes, and they never they do not cuss ever. Growing up, my mom would say we weren't allowed to say suck or piss or any
neither were we. We weren't allowed to call each other.
So he'll drop a bitch or a hell in front of my family sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, right. It's good. I like it.
My dad rarely swore. Very rarely swore. Maybe like a god damn it or something.
And if something bad had to happen to make him swear. Yeah.
But neither one of my parents ever said the F word. I did not say the F word in front of my parents. Maybe they heard me say it a couple of times. But
my mom hears me on the show because she told me, I tried watching one of your shows sometimes, but you say the F word so much.
Oh yeah, my parents would be furious. They would never watch this if they were alive.
My mom's not watching anymore.
Yeah, my mom would rarely call a woman a bitch, but sometimes she would say bitching, like somebody was bitching. When my mom didn't like a woman, she'd call him a dumb broad a lot. And she told my dad to go to hell all the time. Oh. All the time. We called that my mom's term of endearment for my father. She'd always be like, go to hell, Frank.
Love it.
But yeah, they didn't really swear. And then what's weird is me and my sisters all have potty mouths and my brothers really don't.
Really?
Neither one of my brothers rarely ever say bad words. Maybe shit once in a while. But yeah, growing up, it was the same way. We weren't allowed to say suck. We weren't allowed to say piss. We weren't allowed to say fart. We weren't allowed to say fart. Yeah. We weren't allowed to call each other stupid or call people stupid because nobody's stupid. They're only lazy. Yeah. No, absolutely no right. And you know what's interesting about my mom and dad? These were not just rules for us. If you delivered to their store or you were just hanging out in the back, having coffee and cigarettes at their store, you were not allowed to use the F word. You were not, and in their home, you were not allowed to use the F word. My parents' best friend, his favorite word was the F word. And I only heard him say it once or twice in my life because he wouldn't use it in front of my parents. And I just wonder, what is this power my parents had over people that they
it was just different back then. And now a more strict parent will try and tell a kid something and you just, you know what I mean? just different.
Yeah. What it's Scar. I did plug in my PC. Oh, Adam. What did she say the one day? I don't remember what Scar said, and I was like, "Watch your mouth, young lady." And she looked at me like, "What?" I can't remember what she said. I don't remember. Another day she said something, and I was like, that is not appropriate for a young lady to say, and you are a young lady. She like misunderstood. She misunderstands the meanings of things sometimes, which is always fun.
Oh yeah,
when
you
they're young.
texted me one the other day.
I can't remember. What did she say? I can't remember, but I was like, dude, that is not what that means.
Oh, smashing? Was it smashing?
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't, and then it, like she'll come to me and ask me about things that she'll hear, especially from her friends. Which just makes me go some days like, thank God she does not go to public school, because I can only imagine the questions that she would be coming home with every single day instead of just like here and there.
Right.
What did she ask me then? I can't remember, but it started with Scar heard somebody say WAP when
Oh,
WAP came
wasn't
out.
it WAP or WAP?
WAP with the wet ass pussy, right? And she was just a normal kid. And she was sitting at the laptop and she looked it up. And then I saw that she looked it up and I asked her about it. And she said that she regretted all of her life choices after that. And I said, look, I understand that you just heard somebody say that, or maybe you heard the song when we were out, whatever. I was like, but if you hear a word that you're not sure of, you need to come and ask me and your dad, because there might be things that you don't need to hear that meaning yet. And that was definitely one of them, like,
Wet
but
ass
yeah,
pussy.
yeah.
Did she know? Did she have to look up what pussy meant too? Then
Oh, well, she already
or she kind of
knew.
figured it out.
She kind of, I mean, think back when you were getting to be that age and stuff was starting to like, especially like in school, like, I mean, obviously she's not in regular school, but like when you would be out and you would hear like older kids say stuff. That's why I'm like, I don't think I want her to go to football games. Were you allowed to go to football games when I was a kid? I was, but I don't think I'm gonna let her.
I wasn't, but just because we lived way the fuck far away, and they weren't going to try.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see, ours is just right up the hill, but they made like all these crazy rules for the kids. And I'm just like, I mean, part of the reason I wanted to let my kid go to football games is because I would go to football games when I was a kid. My parents were there. My brother played on the football team. So I was always at the games. But I think it's good for them to like, my parents were still there, but I was hanging out with other kids. But sometimes, like, yeah, like I would hear like high schoolers say stuff, and I was like,
What's that mean?
and then yeah, I'd ask my parents about it. And my dad was usually pretty cool. My mom, not so much.
Moms, man, they get so mad.
I'm trying not to be that way. Like I would rather she come to me so I know like these are things that she hears or whatever. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm nervous, because I'm going to take her and her friend to the mall, and I'm like, you guys can go hang out for a little bit by yourselves for like an hour, and that's it. But you're not to leave the mall. I won't be far like away from you. But I'm just like, oh dude, there's like older kids there. And you know what? When we were at the mall the one day, there's like 15-year-old boys checking out Scarlett.
Yeah.
I'll kill him. Like, And that's like sometimes like I wish she would do like makeup really ugly and just wear black lipstick all the time, because that day she just had on like a light lip gloss and just a sweatshirt and jeans, and these boys are just like, and I know that look, and I'm just like, why the fuck are you looking at my daughter like that? I just want to be like, she's 12. Like, she's 12. I might be an alcoholic by the time she's 18.
It might happen. It's all right. Do you want to? Can we land the plane
Yeah.
after you said that?
Thank God I'm not drinking tonight. Probably be dead by tomorrow. It's just Dr. Pepper's tonight, people.
Good.
Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching Rumble and
Good night, everybody.
I don't think we said anything terrible for YouTube to get mad. So
Hopefully not. I don't think we did.
all right. Bye everybody.
Good.